Hey guys, so the session coming up is sort of specifically designed for athletes who want to gain a bit more flexibility and a bit more mobility. So it's going to be really sort of gentle paced with a lot of mobility flows, some stretches to increase that flexibility. This one is specifically designed for upper body, so if you're wanting a lower body session, then just head over to my other video. If this is on your agenda today, grab your mat, find your space, and let's get started. So before we start, if you've got any sort of tea towels, dressing gown straps, any sort of straps, resistance bands, grab them now so you can use them as an aid through some of your stretches. Once you've got that, we're going to come over onto tabletop. So adjusting yourself onto your mat, we're going to take our hands underneath our shoulders, knees are coming underneath our hips, pressing through the tops of the feet, pressing through all 10 fingers. Inhale as you drop the stomach to the floor, send that gaze forward. Exhale as we tuck the pelvis underneath, round up and over. Again, making sure we're keeping the shoulders away from the ears. So we're creating that space. Also making sure that we're spreading the movement through the entire back. One more cycle of breath. Good, coming back to center, doing a bit of wrist work. So we're going to take the hands in a little bit closer towards us. Inhale as we shift the weight forward, giving a stretch up the wrists. Exhale as we just push back into our sit bones, pushing our sit bones back to our heels. Inhale as we come forward. Exhale as we draw it back. Really pushing through the fingertips as we come forward. Last time, inhale. Exhale, push back. And then we're just going to draw some circles with our wrists on the floor. So we're going to just take them a little step by step. And we're going to twist them round to see how far we can get. So you might be all the way twisting the fingertips towards the body, or you might sort of be on this diagonal angle. Wherever you feel a nice stretch, just hold here for 2 breaths. And then walk them back. Nice small steps again, back to normal, fingertips pointing to the top of your mat. And then we'll go again. So just taking them round in small little circles. There's one point that you might think that it feels a bit more tight. You can just linger there for a little bit. Good, and then take them back forward. Take the hands a little further forward, send your sit bones back to your heels, come into child. We're going to take the hands over to the right hand side. Feel the stretch up the left side of the body. And then switch. Coming back to the middle. Coming back up to tabletop. We're going to come into our wagtails. So keeping your hands underneath your hips. On an inhale, look back towards your left hip. So twist the body. Exhale, come back to center and switch sides. So just alternating sides. Try and extend all the way back, so look to the back of your mat. One more each side. coming back to center. Tuck the toes. We're going to lift the knees off the floor, coming into our floating table or bear crawl hold. Engaging through the core, keeping nice and stable, pushing through all 10 fingers. Exhale, release the knees to the floor. Take the hands further out. We're going to keep the toes tucked, send it up, downward dog. So nice and slowly send the hips up to the sky. We're keeping our knees bent for this one, so we're really concentrating on the back. Finding that nice long back. So taking sort of the focus away from the hamstrings, really focusing on the length of the spine. And then from here, we're going to keep our left hand grounded into the floor. Take the right hand in a little closer to your body, and then push into the left hand side. So you should feel the stretch increase up this sort of lat here. And then we're going to switch sides. So take the right back out, take the left in. Really breathe into it. Good. Take it back forward again and again. Left hand comes in, but this time if we can, we're going to wrap it across our hip and we're going to twist into our left hand side. Just 2 breaths here. And then switch. So right hand to the floor, left hand comes across the hip. Twist open to the right hand side. If this is a bit too difficult, just keep the both hands on the floor. Good, popping it back down. Just 1 more breath here. Keep clawing through all 10 fingers. And then all we're going to do is we're going to bend our knees, walk our hands to our feet. And we're going to roll up nice and slow. So keep the knees nice and bent. Relax the head down. Super, super slow. Once we get to the top, take 3 big shoulder rolls back. Take 3 big arm circles. Really try and draw as big a circle as you can. Good, and then give it a good shake out. Coming to sort of the tops of our mats, really grounding through our feet. We're going to move through our first flow. Pushing into all 10 toes, lengthen through the body. We're going to inhale as we sweep the arms up. Hands come together overhead. Exhale as you tilt over to the right hand side. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you switch. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, we're going to draw the elbows down towards the floor. Feel the stretch across the chest. Inhale up. Exhale, draw. So really pinch those shoulder blades back together. Inhale up. Bending the knees, coming down nice and slowly through our forward fold. So keep the knees nice and bent. Take a hold of the elbows, take a couple of sways. Hands coming back down to the floor. We're going to step our right foot back. Come into this lunge, just hold here for a breath. Open up that chest, really stay nice and tall through the chest. And then lower the knee to the floor. Keeping the toe tucked, we're going to come into our twist. So we're going to take our left hand up to the sky, inhale. Exhale to release, and we've got 2 more on this side. Extending everything up towards the ceiling, so that's including the chest. Exhale to release. 3 on the other side, take the right hand up. Last one. Good. From here, we're going to step our left foot back to the right, come into our plank. So you need to lift this back knee off the floor. Step the left foot back, hold here for a breath. Drop the knees down to the ground, coming into our needle thread. Take your right hand, inhale, feed it through left arm, left leg. Exhale, rotate up to the sky. 2 more. Last one. Really again, rotating round up towards the sky. This time, feed it through. We're going to hold. So relax that shoulder down to the floor. If it feels comfortable, you can take this left arm up and over. We can drop it down to the right hand side. Two nice deep breaths. Good, popping the hand back down to the floor, feeding it back out. Tucking the toes, we're going to send it up, downward dog. Again, focusing on the upper body, so the long spine. Keep the knees bent. And then walking the hands back to the feet. Again, we're going to roll up nice and slow. Three big shoulder rolls back. Stepping to the top of your mat. Taking it to the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, tilt to the left. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, tilt to the right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, draw elbows down towards the floor. Exhale, draw. Pinch those shoulder blades back together. Inhale, reach. Bending the knees. Exhale, come down through your forward fold. Hang out here for 2 breaths. So making sure that our stomach is resting on our thighs. So if we need to bend our knees a little bit more, we can. Good. From here, hands coming into the floor. Step the left foot back. Coming into your lunge. Just 1 breath here. Keep that chest nice and upright. Lowering the back knee to the floor. Keep the toes tucked. Right hand inhale as we sweep it up to the sky. Exhale to release. 2 more. Last one. And then switch, left hand. So slightly different twist is going to feel slightly different. Last one. Good. Stepping, tucking the toe, lifting the back knee off the floor, stepping the right back to the left, coming into your plank for a breath. Make sure the shoulders are stacked over the wrists, engaging through the core, squeezing the glutes. Lower the knees to the floor. Needle thread on the left hand side. Inhale as you take it through left arm, right arm, right leg. Exhale, rotate it up. Good. This time we feed it through and we're going to hold. Relaxing the shoulders to the floor. Lovely deep breaths. Last one. Feeding that back out nice and slow. Tucking the toes, sending it up, downward dog again. Good. Walking the hands back to the feet. Rolling up nice and slow. Take those 3 big shoulder rolls back. Give it a shake out, come to the top of your mat. And we're going to come into our archer arms. So we're just going to sort of get a bit more preparation for it. We're going to take our right arm across our chest. We're going to tuck the left arm up and around it, drawing the right arm into the chest. So you should feel a nice stretch sort of across the shoulder, through the tricep. Good, and then release that and switch. So left arm comes across the chest. Tuck the right arm up and over it. Draw it in. Good, and then release that. Then we're going to take our right arm up and over. We're going to touch our back behind here. Taking the left arm, we're going to apply real light pressure down on the sort of top of the elbow. So you should feel an increased stretch down the tricep into the sort of armpit area. Good, and then switch sides. So we're taking the left hand, touch your back. Right hand comes onto the top of the elbow. Good, and then release that. And if you need your strap, grab your strap now. So we're going to come into our archer arms. We're going to take our left arm, and again we're going to tap the back behind us. Right arm is going to come up behind the back here, and we're going to try and draw our hands close enough together so that we can clasp the fingertips. Again, with the strap, if you're not quite reaching, take the strap in your left hand. Exactly the same position. All you're going to do is you're going to try and draw your hands a little closer together each sort of exhale. So staying up nice and tall. Really sort of breathing into this. Last few breaths on this side. Keep going. Good, and then slowly release that. Allow your arms to sort of rest by your sides, give them a nice sort of shake. And then we're going to take it on the other side. So switching strap, or right hand comes over the top of the shoulder. Left hand comes underneath, and again drawing those hands closer to each other. Or if you're at your fingertips, perfect. You might find, or you probably should find, that you have one side a little bit looser or tighter. So you should feel this sort of opening up the chest, the shoulders. You should feel a gentle stretch at some of the tricep. Last 2 breaths. This is the worst stretch out of the way, I promise. Good, and then exhale, release nice and slow. Chuck your strap to the side, give everything a good shake out. And we're going to move through our flow one more time each side, so lengthening up through the body. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hands come together. Exhale as we tilt to the right. Inhale, back to center, switch. Inhale, back up. Exhale, draw those elbows down. This should feel really nice after our arch your arms. One more time. Inhale, back up. Bending the knees, hinging forward through our forward fold. Stepping the right foot back. Coming into your tall lunge. Just one breath here. Keep that chest nice and upright. And then lowering that back knee to the floor, keeping the toe tucked. Taking the left hand, inhale as we sweep it up. Exhale to release. One more time this side. And then we're switching right hand. Again, trying to rotate the entire thoracic spine, so we're really opening up the chest to the sky. Good. Keeping that back toe tucked, lifting the knee off, stepping the left back to the right. One breath in your plank. Lower the knees to the floor. Feeding the right hand through. Inhale. Exhale. Keep working with that breath. Good. This time feed it through. Inhale. Holding here for 2 or 3 breaths. Last one. Exhale, release, come out of that nice and slowly. Tucking the toes, sending the hips up to the sky. Downward dog. Bending the knees, walking the hands to the feet. Rolling up super slow. From here, interlace the fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulders down, pull the hands sort of towards the floor. Feel that opening up in the chest. Big breath. Exhale to release. Moving through the other side. Come back to your mountain pose. Standing hip width apart. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale, tilt to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, tilt to the right. Inhale up. Draw those elbows down to the floor. Draw the elbows down. Inhale up last time. Bending the knees, hinging forward, coming through your forward fold. Stepping the left foot back this time, coming into your lunge. Again, nice tall chest. One breath here. Lower the back knee to the floor, keep the toe tucked. Right hand, inhale, sweep it up to the sky. Exhale to release. 2 more. Last one. Switching sides, left hand. Last one. Exhale to release. Back toes tucked, lift the knee off the floor. Step the right foot back to the left. Plank. Engaging through the core. Dropping the knees to the floor, threading the needle with the left hand. Inhale. Threading. It was terrible pronunciation. Good, and last one. Feed it through, hold it there for 3 breaths. Relax the shoulder down to the floor. Slowly coming back out. Hands further forward, tuck the toes, send it up, downward dog last time. Just 2 breaths here. And then slowly lower the knees to the floor. We're going to take our hands further forward, shift the weight forward, and then lower nice and slow down towards the ground. And we're going to come into what we call YTWs. So we're going to take our feet and we're going to cross them up off the floor behind you. And really self-explanatory, we're going to make Ys, Ts and Ws with our hands or our arms. So keeping sort of the head just a couple of inches off the floor, step down towards the ground. First of all, we're going to come into our Y. So we're going to lift up on an inhale. Squeeze the shoulder blades back together at the top. And then we're going to come into our T. So just extend the arms just out to the sides of you. A couple of inches off the floor. Hold here for 2 breaths. And then come into your Y. So just take the hands up sort of towards the top of your mat. Making that Y shape with your body. Bring it back down to your W, squeezing the shoulders, couple of inches off the floor. Coming out to your T. And then coming up to your Y. Making sure that you're squeezing back the shoulder blades the whole time. We're going to move through this 2 more times, so coming into your Y. And your T. And your W, Y. I said, oh gosh, I don't know my own alphabet. Last time, W. T. And Y. Hold here for 2 breaths. Good, relaxing the hands down, drop the feet to the floor. Taking the hands down by our sides, index and thumb pointing down towards the floor. On an inhale, we're going to lift the arms, the feet and the chest off the ground. Hold here for a second. And then exhale nice and slow back down. Good, we're going to go 4 more times. Keep squeezing everything once you reach that top position. 2 more. Last one. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale to release. Lovely. Hands either side of you. Push back up to tabletop. We're going to take our hands further out. You may need to walk your knees back a little bit. Exhale as you send your sit bones up to the sky. We're going to drop the head and chest down towards the floor. So coming into our puppy dog. Really important with this that we're not hyperextending that lower back. So most people sort of drop into it, so they jar the hips, they push back really excessively, loading this lower back. So we sort of want to keep engaged to the core, try and find a nice flat back. Keep pushing into the fingertips. Last few breaths. Coming out of that nice and slowly. We're just going to cross the legs behind us. We're going to roll over onto our bums. And we're going to come into a cross-legged position, so it doesn't matter which leg is in front. And then all we're going to do from here is we're going to inhale, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling, interlace the fingers, reach up towards the sky. And as we exhale, we're going to twist open to the right-hand side. Right hand comes to left knee, left hand comes behind. And just come into a nice gentle twist. Nice deep breaths. Sitting up nice and tall. Good. Inhale, draw it back up to center again. Interlace the fingers, draw the hands up to the ceiling. Watch we're not hiking up the shoulders here, so really draw them down. And then exhale, left hand comes to right knee, right arm, right hand comes behind. Into a nice gentle twist. Every exhale, see maybe if you can twist just a little bit further. Good, and then slowly return back to center. From here, we're going to take our right leg out to the sides of us, and we're going to keep our left leg tucked in towards our inner thigh. From here, we're just going to keep the body facing straight. We're going to inhale as we sweep the left arm up. And as we exhale, we're going to draw it down sort of towards this right leg, right foot. From here, keeping your chest rotated outwards, so we're not dropping forward. Keep it rotated outwards. You should feel a nice stretch sort of up the side here. Imagine you're a wonderful ballerina. Nice, really big deep breaths. Inhale, come back up to center. We're going to switch sides, so take the opposite leg out, take the opposite leg in. And again, sitting up nice and tall. Facing front, inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale as you tilt over towards this foot. Watch that we're not falling in, keep lifted. Good, and then inhale back up to center. Take the legs back into the middle. Out nice in front of you. Take them out in front of you. Roll down onto your back. Tuck your knees into your chest. Give a little rock from side to side. And then taking our hands out either side of us, palms facing down. Inhale to prepare. As we exhale, we're going to drop our knees and our feet to the left-hand side. Allow them both to rest on the floor. Sending the gaze away from the feet if you want a bit more of a stretch. So just coming into a nice gentle twist to sort of bring the session to a close. Inhale back up to center. With control, take it over to the opposite side. And again, turning your head away from your feet. Lovely. Inhale, return back to center. Exhale, release the feet to the floor. Take them to the outer edges of your mats. And then rolling onto the insides of the feet, just allow your knees to fall into the center. If they can touch, perfect. If you have a sort of cushion, you can use it as a wedge in between if they don't quite reach. And then really think about pressing your lower back into the floor. Feel your whole body start to soften. If it feels good for you, you can start to close your eyes. Just allowing yourself to start to feel the effects of your practice, allowing your body to absorb all the wonderful stretching, all the wonderful moving. Taking lovely deep breaths. Every exhale, just allow your body to soften even further into the floor. Allow your lower back to start releasing onto the ground. Feel your legs softening against one another in the center. Nice deep wholesome breaths in through the nose, expanding the stomach, the chest, and allowing everything to expel, allowing the stomach, the chest to soften. And if you have a few more minutes, please just stay here, enjoy these feelings. Awesome work, guys, and I'll see you all next week.